Scheißenpoopen.
Guten Tag.
Testing, C3PO, cybernetic relations, blah. Testing multiple sound waves. Waft. Testing multiple sound waves. Waft. Huh. Oh, God. Is that too loud? In my ears, just slightly. I think we'll keep... Ah! No. Pfft, that's not what I wanted. No. Stop. That I'm not literally clicking on the brightness level. Oh my god. Hello. Okay. Huh. Angry. Not yet. What is wrong with this? Wire everywhere. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. It's got itself twisted somehow. Oh, never mind. Right, is this thing working? Major problems. Let's try that again. Oh, I can do that again. Okay. I'm going to... Yep, that's already on mute there. Brilliant. Let's just run these and see if it works. Yep, that works. Oh, we're nearly at 360, aren't we? Of course we are. Yes, it's just run a quick... Hello, press. Thank you. Quick test. It's quite fast. Okay. Right, well we're in 1080 because 1440 shrinks the screen to not full screen, so that's a thing. Brilliant. Ah! Oh, hang on, I'm going to strangulate myself because this bloody... Oh, cable is shortest in the world. Hello George, welcome to the stream. Right, this is a bit of a test because I don't know how this is going to run live. First attempt moments ago didn't quite work out. The OBS was saying, no, don't like it, and then completely died. So that was fun.
Scheiße.
The sound's alright, I've been tinkering around with it. Hope you're well as well. So this is it. This is Star Trek. This is Resurgence. This is a brand new Star Trek game for 2023. The only downside so far is the extensive lack of settings, i.e., you know, you can turn your chromatic abrasion off, or what, you know, all the rest of the settings, because I did have a quick sneak go at this, and it looked just kind of janky-ish. But I think this is, you know, is this early access? You know what? I can't remember. It probably is, and you can't blame them for it being an early access. You know, we're trying to get those bugs fixed and sorted. So, yeah. There's a few well-known return characters to this particular game, which I'm looking forward to, hinted in the trailers. I'm going up against an unfamiliar enemy as well, but we're not going into that until we actually get to that. And also, judging by the instruments here, looks, yes, TNG era. I could be wrong. That could just be an artifact. That's a Thodian ship. Right, I'm going to get started. Probably going to do about an hour of this and then see what happens. So with that, let's begin. Here we are. No camera, unfortunately. Probably going to be in the process of maybe seeking out just a slightly better one. But it's, well, it's not overly important. Anyway, right, we're in. Pretty sure we're still in 1080. No.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that.
The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together,
Ha.
we're finally about to venture out on
Test.
a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Couple of drop frames. Nothing to worry about. Oh,
Our new first
hello.
officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a
Oh,
welcome
yeah,
dose
this is
of new blood to the crew.
Oh, God. Bad time for an incoming call. I don't really listen to that. Okay, this is a choice-based game. Okay, this is where I kind of got to in the sort of test phase.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying.
I don't,
These
I don't
little
know how it is.
shuttles are the worst.
Yeah.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try.
So this is a choice-based game, so whatever interactions you make here will shape
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
the story.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Okay, ships there. Nova, Miranda, Steam Rudder. That's an Excelsior. Just a little bit behind. Change of station. The names have been changed to protect this station. Excuse me. Ah. And here we go. Checking at security. WASD to move. Ugh. See, this is what I don't like. This sort of fussiness. I don't know if that's fun. Oh, there's a shuttle. I just wish there were more options to. Oh, here we go. Oh, enter is this bit. Okay, settings. See, there's nothing else here. This modes. Shooting, yeah, it's just drag order. Oh, drag order, okay. This is the crew. Okay, so this is Ensign Calloway. Grateful for Jara's helpful guidance when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. Oh, I see. There's Carter, somebody called Carter, okay. Well, let's resume. I forget how.
Starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Okay. So this is pre Picard then. So we're looking 15,
Commander?
20 years before, maybe
I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way.
before that.
I actually did well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
I have food, by
Maybe
the way,
you've
so
heard
if you
of
hear
the
crunching, that's
Torvalin
me.
test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20.
Don't tell Spock.
Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Nice. Oh,
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
I'm not a changeling. Okay, scan hand. I'm scanning the hand. Oh, well, that's scanning. Never mind.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait,
Changeling.
you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be
First.
me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure's mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Oh, frames dropped. I wish I could D around with the options here, with the settings. That's got to be like motion blur or something, but there's nothing in the menu.
Good day, Commander.
Hello there. To change that. Unless there are, and I'm not seeing it, but... There you go. Ah, it's a bit like Star Trek on... Oh, I can run. Oh, that's toggle. Okay.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian. So I'm looking for someone
He's a
with
bully?
blue skin.
Oh, it's Bolian. Okay. I can talk to somebody here. Who's this?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Oh, we're on the same ship?
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
Know the feeling. Oh, dear. Okay.
Thanks so much, Commander.
No problem. Glad I could help. That's what I do. Hang on. Oh. Sorry, resolution. No, resolution. Stream's dipping in and out again. I might have problems with this game, I think. Or playing it live, anyway, I'm pretty sure. Hang on, let me look at something else. Let me look at something small. Steady. Okay, now a larger area. Yeah, could be nothing. Right. Ooh, that was a
Excuse
flash.
me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah.
Ah, there he is.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Oh. Oh, actually, well, okay, no, I was kind of going back round.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to say something else. Okay, look at me go. Okay.
You're going to the Resolute,
Ugh.
too?
Yeah, not the ship I was hoping for.
Why's
Why?
that?
Well, you haven't heard? Some kind of accident. Their warp core overloaded.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. That's a big deal.
They spent 6 months fixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the captain's fault?
That's the rumor. Yeah.
Steady. First officer's right here. Okay, alright. I think we're holding. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Okay, can I talk to anybody else?
You hear the Resolute's
Oh.
getting a new first officer?
Someone from the crew got promoted?
No, get this. They're from a different ship.
Oof. Wonder how the crew feel about that.
That makes them look desperate. Is their crew that bad?
Yeah, not a good look.
Guten Tag.
Pleasure to meet you. Alright. Bolian. Hello. Oh.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
Oh. It's definitely been in
Commander?
Armada. The voice. 1 and 2.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here.
It's a little bit janky, this.
This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now.
I can take it.
I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It takes more than a little turbulence to rattle me.
I'm sure that's the case. We're grateful you were able to come fill our
Can
first
I-
officer
Okay, no, I can't
vacancy
move that.
at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available
Pardon
to
me.
us. Coming from a premier starship and all.
What
To
have you
our
heard?
Research vessel.
Let's probe deeper.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky.
Is that her? Ooh, she's a beaut. Love the deflector
The
dish.
USS Resolute. She may
Shape
not
design.
look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
Oh.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it
Sounds
was more
familiar.
than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day,
Is that a
we're all
Half-Life
responsible
reference?
for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
Did you lose anyone close to you?
Too many. And to that I'll just say, you have big shoes to fill. Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first, until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari
Press it
region.
to explore the impact of your choices. Oh, I see. Good first impression with Commander Ermot. Coming off as inquisitive and appreciative while showing empathy for what the crew of the Resolute suffered. Interesting. Okay. So we've got 3 more sort of potential crew interactions. That's
Captain
interesting.
brief you on board.
Oh,
I know he's
can I
eager
do
to
this?
see you.
No, I can't be that
Will
still.
we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Oh. Interesting.
Stuck.
It's a bit of space
It's
rust.
just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. Oh, okay, it says. What about happens if I select the wrong one?
Now, need to melt some corrosion, not just a plasma injector. Hyperspanner does almost everything, except what I need right now. I don't need to rewire the optical data network. Just need to burn this gunk off.
Okay. So there's no penalty then for choosing, well, that might be later on, but the right or wrong option. Perhaps. Oh! Ah, that's a good effect. I like that, okay. Ah, vaporize! Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Alright, so... George, back in 15 minutes. Captain, aye aye. No worries, I'm still trying to work out this little beauty here. That's it's actually gone quite well. Okay. Do I need to hold? Yes. And anti-clockwise. S. Oh. Yeah, definitely needs a new one there.
And that...
And then, oh, D, and that.
is that.
Cool. Ah, the lower decks. I wonder if that's reference.
I thought the thing was totally fried. Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Millie.
Ah.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Okay. Ugh, I don't like that.
Diaz, you're in my light.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Terribly sorry, old chap.
The
Storm.
storm looks pretty bad. Just another reason why we need to get this ship ready.
Come on!
Hang on. I'm exploring. Kerbin, get down. Oh, who's this?
Hey Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here? I last saw it near the shuttle, Ptarmigan.
Carter Diaz.
I'll let you know.
Not this one. Baffin. Ah. So, oh well, it's got to be around here then.
Hurry up!
Corrosion in there was pretty extreme. Nothing I couldn't handle, though. Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Time's a wasted.
Whew, then another hour of recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
Hmm. That's interesting. Is there... Ah! There.
That's not where that goes. Maybe we could figure out where you're supposed to be.
Okay, so... Didn't you want the hyper spanner?
Oh,
yes.
Hey, there it is. You're a lifesaver, Diaz.
Well, I don't know about that. But I try.
Hmm. Awesome. Are you alright? Are you waving to me? No? Okay. Was there another problem somewhere? No, I don't think so. Transporters? Cargo transporters, shall we say? Good layout there, almost like a sort of a Star Trek original sort of layout, you know, the sort of Excelsior
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
sort of layout. Yeah, why not?
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
Come again. So at the waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference, a line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The other bar indicates the stability of your path. When it's full, you will succeed. So aim and hold. Select track waypoints. Yeah, okay. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
No sweat. Whoa, whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad!
Oh. Oops.
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Is it? Tuvok? Right. Didn't actually... okay. What's this? Probe, eh? Why am I picking this up? Oh, I see. I'm putting it away. Gotcha.
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than 0G. You're welcome.
Any more?
So clean I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Cool. Okay, can I talk to you? No, right, let's get off this, whoa. Just turned into a blur then. Oh, can't go this way. Can I interact? Yes.
But don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Well, I can't run. Okay. No running in the corridor. Yeah. I'm on my way. Go on then.
Junction 34B gives you access to the tubes behind cargo storage all the way to the turbo lift.
Not after the retrofit. Bulkhead cuts it off at Section 2. New computer reroutes.
So then...
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work in that tube. Then take the turbo lift from Section 2 to Section 3.
Well, wait, there's a subfloor crossover around Junction 32E.
What do you have against using the turbo lift?
Nothing, I just like being in the tubes. It's my domain.
Alright.
Hey, you need any help? Okay. Good luck.
Oh. Bit quiet.
Engineering.
I heard the new EXO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
Optimism.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovok.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Wait.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz.
Can't
I was
follow it
beginning
with
to think
Spock
you would be
then.
late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edsolar on repeated occasions.
Ah.
Commander Chovok, isn't it true that if we were almost late, it categorically means that we were not late?
That is correct, Mr. Diaz.
I mean, if anything, Ed Solar and I are following the schedule to the letter.
Yes. Perhaps I should adjust the schedule accordingly.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
What does that mean? Have I already annoyed someone? Found Carter to be cheeky and cavalier when he and Eslar were almost late in main engineering.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovok. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovok said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
You won't get an argument from me, Nelly. Sure seems like everyone's still scrambling.
And I get it. When has a relaunch ever gone off without a hitch? But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa. Excuse me.
No, don't worry
A
about
lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Don't insult my ship. Welcome.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Green is good, red is bad.
It's
Okay.
coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. as soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Oh no. Space. I'm sure it's
Here,
fine.
let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
Ow.
Ow!
See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
We call maglocks. Oh no, that's something else. And there it is. Oh. Okay. And we're outside. Look at that. What a view.
That view never gets old.
Wow.
Let's go.
Oof. Hope the zero-G gravity training pulls off here. And there's a ship. There's another ship. That's 2 ships. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Ah, oh,
Captain
that's...
Solano should be here momentarily.
I like this sort of 2 story points of view. I wonder if they're going to meet.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
Interesting.
And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Oh. Looking fine. Oof. Oh, God. I wish I could.
I can't believe he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Oh.
The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered. Always was the nostalgic type.
Interesting. Ah, oh, this is the desk that we... Ah, yes. So that's on the main title screen there, the desk and this lovely view. Oh, speaking of which...
We'll be out there soon. Going where no one has gone before.
Jara Rydek.
Oh.
Last time I saw you,
I wonder
it
if there were
was
more things I could have
graduation
done
from the
there. Never
academy.
mind.
You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute.
Enterprise
The regret
reference.
is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident, really. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship could handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You have to look to the future. You can't dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
There's nothing that can be done about it now. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
Ooh, go on, who's a diplomat?
The diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of
Hush,
us.
hush.
I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Sooner the better. I'll be honoured.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come. Let me introduce you to the crew.
Okay, well that went green. Oh wait, I never used a replicator. Oh damn. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Very nostalgic. Likes oldie things. Still can't run. Oh, visible wall. Well, Lovely. No, can't go in there. The lighting's changing a little bit on its own as well. Oh my god, where's he gone? Ah. Welcome to the bridge. So,
Everyone,
it's a ship.
if I
I
can
think
have
it's a
your attention
centaur
for a
ship,
moment.
isn't it?
I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
You've heard of me?
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Oh, before I sit in the chair, can I talk to people? Yes.
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do. Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
Everything's in working order.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels. Turbolift could take me anywhere on the ship, but I'm right where I need to be.
Well, at least I can run around a bit. Something here?
So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
Can I go to the view screen? Certainly can.
Impressive range of view.
Oh. Now listen here. Get up. Oh. There's a...
Operations.
Ah.
Staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
Well then.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
No, we'll just sit here for a bit, I think. What do you think, crewman? Yes.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field. Now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
Storm surge.
The storm is getting worse.
Back to Carter now.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Interesting. Ah. Keep your finger on A. Can I look around? Not much. Oh, we're upside down.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is no...
Jaro's modesty and leadership potential after their first meeting. Good first impression with Commander Ermont, coming off as inquisitive and appreciative, or showing empathy for the crew of the Resurgence. I think I read that first. And then Carter. Okay. Edzelar felt... What's that? Buoyed? By Carter's optimism during the hull walk. Okay, Petty Officer Maris. Miranda felt encouraged by Carter's warm reception when she first arrived aboard the Resolute, holding out hope there might be some chemistry between them. Oh, okay. And we know about that. Okay. So you've got 2 officers each on the story.
I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Oh, this is probably me now. D and mouse, yes. Oh my. There's a calibration tool. Oh, I see. So you can't just select any old tool. I thought you could read about it. Never mind.
Beginning recalibration.
Align the Sith. Oh my. Oh.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Okay, tune node. Oh. Ah. Ah, right. Now I get you. Oh, I did it.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Huh. Should that be beeping like that?
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
Touchy.
Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Interesting.
You seem to think very highly of yourself.
With good reason. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd
leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
Ooh.
So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of problem with me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me,
yes,
you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it. Because I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. I'll stick to science. That is what this ship is for.
Very well.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase,
let
me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen.
Let's pause there. Let's look at Westbrook. Put off by Jarrah's smug and confrontational attitude when they first met on the bridge. Well, he's got a bit of an attitude himself.
At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Scheiße.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking cleanser.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Estimated time to
Red alert.
Aye.
Quick decision making.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
Here's where the action now comes in.
Shutdown, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Oh god, I hope this is correct. Okay.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
Incoming.
This is it.
All hands, brace for impact.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
That can blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood.
I was
Do you
wondering
see
what
the
would happen
override
if
for
we
the
did it
level
the other
1
way.
fail-safe circuits?
Oh, yes.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Sounds good to me. Very complicated. Maybe not.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Just a little bit wild. Okay, I'd still love to be able to fiddle around with the settings a little bit more, but they're limited.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us.
I'm
gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Is that a good idea? I guess so.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Oh, I see. Oh. Ah! Okay. Has this got like an overheat? Oh, yes it does. Okay. Oh, come on!
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very delayed.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Oh, yeah, okay. It looks as if there is a recharge rate vent. That's a problem. I can't move any quicker. It does feel like I'm sort of backtracking a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Yep. Because that was a word. Why aren't you helping?
We're almost to the regulator.
Ah! God. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, one minute. I think we're there. That's a bit dangerous.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Roger that.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Sure? Oh. Okay. Oh, I think I can... Got it.
Lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovak can...
Oh, shoot. Ow. I think we need to get back on the ship. S.
Get down!
Oh.
DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us. Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the
Damn.
polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Oh, dear me.
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Let's reverse the polarity.
Stand by.
Let's see what
We're gonna
happens.
flip hull polarity
We're going
to
against our
disengage the
captain.
clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Repair crew. This is
Mind
Acting
you,
Captain
the
Jara
needs of the
Ryder.
many
Be advised, we
should
are
outweigh
going
the
to
needs of the
reverse
few
hull
here.
polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
This could be the wrong decision, but
8, 7, 6, 5.
oh god. Okay.
4, 3,
I'm on.
2, 1. Mark.
Perfect.
And we just
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are
Beep.
moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
okay. Now we're gonna reset this. Okay. Quite a bit stucky. Hang on. Come on. Go on. Oh. W twice. I was going to say, I haven't got a second keyboard for the other W, but... Did we do it?
Look out!
Ah!
I got you. Petty Officer Etzelar's hurt and unconscious.
D,
We're
right.
gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
Oh, God.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that.
Okay.
Go in there now.
Whoa. Can I still look around? I can.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
really want to get back on the ship.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Uh-oh. My hyper spanner's stuck. I thought I'd say that out loud. Oh! Shoot. Okay, so we've gone green there. Let me just pause that for a minute. So... Divide all of this below the bolts. Okay. So these change over time. Are there more? No? Okay. Carter. Okay.
We made it.
Hopefully I can review those in the main menu.
They're safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Wow. Price of duty. It's actually
Nilly.
not a bad little game, this.
I'm good. Help me with him.
I think I am going to pause
Let's
soon.
get this off.
Ooh.
Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good. You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Sense a bit of a telling off.
You disobeyed my orders.
Yep.
Well?
Oh, stand by it.
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the information I had.
You disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Well, he didn't know, but I don't need to fight him. No, I'm going to.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong.
Whoops.
You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are.
And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Ah. All I ask is a tall ship.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Are they working? No, they're working this time. Okay.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Oh. Setting off. A lovely looking ship.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Oh, please let there be an option for engage. Yes! Do it!
Engage.
Oh, could have gone for a Janeway there. Do it. Oh, they got the flare back. Good.
Simple, but effective.
Sure. Oh.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
Oh no. It's the, yes. That stuff.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Oh, shoot.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Ow.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him.
Gave her a pit boy.
He'll live.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your deridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. Be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the Duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet, and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
This is who I am.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks.
Oh.
Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. But the more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
We all have to chase our dreams, don't we? We need to take some risks. Isn't that why we joined Starfleet?
But not at the expense of other people's lives. It's too high a price to pay. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium,
Mutiny.
You will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
And my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Huh. Good stuff.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronalin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
Oh, yeah.
Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall.
Mutiny.
You did take one hell of a shot, though.
Oh, God.
Ah, come on, you know you can't get rid of me that easy.
Don't push me, Diaz. You do not want to see me try.
No, nope.
Huh.
I am not getting on your bad side.
I am a formidable enemy.
Roger that.
Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse. Leaving it unsaid.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time.
Yes.
But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about this?
They're my feelings. Of course I'm sure.
Chickamauer.
I just mean, seeing me in here, after we almost got killed out on the hull.
I felt this way before that, Carter. I like you.
Ah, there we go.
And I think there could be something more for us. So, what do you say?
Ah, go then.
I like you too, Miranda. And I'd like to see where this goes.
Good. I was really hoping you'd say that.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Oh, green.
the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Yep. Mutiny! Cast adrift. There she goes.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Oh.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Ow.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Round and 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 round we go, and I'm dizzy. I'm also quite hungry, but we'll get to that in a minute.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute.
Oh, that's not
Shuttle
good.
to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
We won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Is that wise? I think the stream died. That's probably telling me that I should probably stop here. It should have saved from that point. There's no other way of saying this. Okay, so we made... Cool. So we made some wild choices, some good choices. Saved some crew members. Started a potential relationship interaction. And there we go. So, I think I am going to end the stream here, because number one, that I'm hungry. Number two, that I'm hungry. And number three, this same thing. So, let me know if you're enjoying this. I don't know, leave a comment below the live stream when it's finished, or another. Share the stream. If you're past, present, and future watchers, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. That's an old one. Yes, we'll probably come back to this. I'm not entirely certain. A little bit later on. After I've had sufficient food. And yeah. That's my phone was ringing earlier on. I couldn't answer it, so I'm going to find out who that was. Just a number, no actual person or names. There's somebody new, probably a wrong number. No voice message. Anyway, so yes, past, present, and future watchers. Thank you, George, for coming in. Thank you, Ragnar, for coming in as well, and any other lurkers in the stream. But do let me know your thoughts on this game. If you want to see more of this, let me know in some way, form or fashion. and we'll leave it there. So, yeah. Cool. So thank you very much for coming in, everybody. And we'll see you in the next stream. Cheerio. Oops.
Gotcha, bitch!
Oh god, how do I stop this? Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'm dead.